Hello, epic viewers! Brace yourself for unprecedented epicness, because today we're going to be finding excellent deals on Marvel Legends action figures on eBay. Without further ado, without further delay, without further procrastination, let's allow the search to commence. I'm as blind as a bat, so I need to zoom in. My visual prowess is beginning to wane, it's beginning to atrophy. I can no longer see as well as I used to. I'm old, I'm decaying. My body is depreciating in perpetuity. So let's see what we have here. Now, when you're on eBay, you want to be able to search for Marvel Legends lots. To get the best deals on Marvel Legends action figures, you need to buy them in lots as opposed to buying them individually. If there's an individual figure that you want, then you should consider buying it in a lot, because you could find it for a much lower price when you divvy up the grand total of the lot by the amount of figures in the lot. So, if you have duplicate figures, or you have figures that you don't particularly care for, then you could always sell them on eBay, or sell them via Craigslist, or perhaps trade them in person. So you want to sort by lowest price plus shipping first. That should be obvious, that should be common sense. Now, if you want to get a good idea of the market price, if you want to get a good benchmark for comparison, you could always look at sold items and just see what Marvel Legends lost sold for in the past weeks. Unfortunately, sold listings are delisted after a month. So let me just give you a little example here. These 3 Marvel Legends figures sold for a grand total of $12.50. So when you do the math, that's roughly $4 and 16.66 cents per figure. So, yeah, $4.16 or $4.17 per figure. Not too bad per se. So, could you imagine? And then figures are retailed for over $20 for under $5 each. That's not a bad deal. Let's turn off sold listings and get back to perusing current listings, because sold listings are not germane to us anymore. So we want to look at the bids. You can bid on Cotton Mouse and Lady Thor. Cotton Mouse is an okay figure. I wouldn't pay more than $8 for him. The Lady Thor figure is vendor trash in my opinion. She has no merit. The Hasbro figures are shoddy, and they're lackluster, and they're abysmal and utterly appalling relative to the Toy Biz figures. As you can see, we have a Toy Biz figure over here, which is this Iron Man. You could unequivocally tell the difference between this Machine Man and the Iron Man. The Iron Man figurine has ample points of articulation. Now, this Iron Man figurine is a part of Series 1. I remember getting it at GameStop. I believe I was 10 at that time. I also got Captain America and Hulk the same day, and I came back later to the same GameStop, and my uncle got me told. Now in the store, later on in the future, this was probably like 3 to 6 months later, I remember stumbling upon the Stealth Iron Man and the golden variant of Iron Man. It's too bad that I didn't buy those Iron Man figures when I had the chance. They were $8 plus tax. They came with a base, and they also came bundled with a comic book, and they had the clamshell packaging. So you just got a real high quality, robust, state-of-the-art, meticulously detailed, intricate figurine for under $10. It was quite a stellar deal. And fast forward to today, you get these shoddy, low quality, overpriced Hasbro figures that are devoid of a comic book, and that have shoddy accessories, and that have a build-a-figure piece for a scrawny, dainty, small build-a-figure relative to the burly, bulky, colossal 12 to 14 inch build-a-figure that were part of the Toy Biz Marvel Legends waves, but I digress. So you're paying 250% more for an inferior product. It's not even up to par with the Toy Biz Marvel Legends figures, despite of this price tag being almost 300% higher. It's quite a shame and quite a pity, but it is what it is. So I apologize if I get off topic. I'm no longer going to divert away from the primary focus of this video. So we're trying to find deals here. Here we go. We have 2 figures. Now, one of them is not a Marvel Legends figure. I believe that this is a Blackest Night Hawk Girl. She's missing her wings. her wings have been clipped. This angel figurine is devoid of a wing, and he doesn't have a base or a sentinel piece or anything like that. I think he may have came with a sentinel piece. I think it was a part of Toy Biz Marvel Legends Series 10. I can't exactly recollect, but I think he came with a sentinel piece. But yeah, this is not the best deal. Now, these figures may be $6 each, but one of them is devoid of a wing, and the other one is missing both sets of wings, so it's quite an issue. Or I should say it's missing a set of wings, at least for the Hulk Girl. So, you really don't want to get incomplete figures that don't even have all their body parts. Now we're scrolling down, we're still looking for deals. We have the 3.75 inch figures derived from the Marvel Universe line. Those are shoddy. I don't know why there isn't a decent deal. Okay, here we go. Now this would not be a bad deal in my opinion. We have a complete version of Whirlwind and Cottonmouth. Now I have both of these figures. Now even though Hasbro figures don't tickle my fancy or pique my interest, I had no other way of getting these figures, so I had to buy the Hasbro versions. And what I detest about the Hasbro versions is that they have this plastic, I should say, let me just rephrase that, sorry. They have this big gaping hole in the back. They have this aesthetically unappealing aperture, and it really stands out if you look at it. But if you look at them from the front, you won't notice it because the front of their bodies obscure their backs. So I guess that issue could be averted if you just look at their fronts and pay no attention to their backs. But there should be plastic fillings inside their backs, but there's not. So those holes do vex me and irritate me and agitate me, but it's not the end of the world per se. Now, you're getting each figure for $7.50 each. I'm sure you could haggle with the seller and get the price down. Maybe you could get them for closer to $7 each. But if you have to consider paying $7.50 per figure, it's not a bad deal. So that's a good deal in my opinion, especially considering that other people paid closer to $45 for both figures because they retailed for $20 plus tax. And when you have sales tax that's close to 10%, then I mean, you may be paying closer to $44, and we'll just round it up to 45 just to simplify it. Alright, here we go. This deal isn't too bad per se. I'm sure that you could haggle the price down. We have two figures with fisted hands, the Captain Britain, and you have the UK Spider-Man figure, and they're $16.75, so that's roughly $8, and how many cents is each figure? 75 divided by 2 is close to 40, so what is it, like, not 36, maybe closer to like 0.375. So yeah, I think I was saying they're roughly $8.37 or 38 cents per figure. Not too bad per se. But yet again, you're getting these figures for under $9. The Captain Britain figure is taller than the Toy Biz Captain Britain, and even though that Captain Britain is devoid of finger joint articulation, it is still a more burly, bulky look relative to the Toy Biz Marvel Legends Captain Britain figure. So we're bypassing these listings. There's nothing here that tickles my fancy per se. There's those other two lots that I went to and I browsed and I showed you and I zoomed in on. Those are not bad deals. I mean, you're getting figures for under $9, or perhaps you could even haggle the price down to $7. Everything is negotiable, so bear that in mind. And if someone's not willing to compromise with you, you know, they're not willing to come to a fair agreement and move on to the next seller. There's a lot of inventory. I don't like these dainty scrawny female figures. And why? I just detest the fact that they have open hands, and I dread the fact that they have trouble standing up. I prefer the male Marvel Legends figures over the female Marvel Legends figures because they're easier to balance. They have more plastic, they have more bulk, they're more muscular, and they're more likely to have fisted hands, unlike the female Marvel Legends figures. But the Toy Biz female Marvel Legends figures are much better than the Hasbro female Marvel Legends figures. But that goes without saying. I'm sure that's already known. I mean, I kind of insinuated that earlier when I was ranting and raving about how abysmal the Hasbro Marvel Legends figures are. Alright, so here's actually a better deal. You get Cottonmouth, the Whirlwind. I think he's missing a blade, but I guess there's nothing in the world. And I think you get the Mockingbird figure. I think that's her name. And you're paying less than $7 per figure. So yeah, I was right, that's Mockingbird. So the Whirlwind is incomplete, but I would do that. I would buy an incomplete figure just for a much lower price tag. So that's not a bad deal. Again, you want to try to get these figures for under $8 when possible. Let's see here. We have some DC figures. Actually, we have a Wolverine. Now, these figures appear to be defective and somewhat dismantled. I'm going to have to go soon. I'm reaching my threshold for time. So we found good deals on a few Marvel Legends lots. The key was to find them for under $8, but if we have to pay over $9 per lot, it's not the end of the world per se. It's not that bad, especially when they retail for over $20. Let's see if we could find something real fast. I'm pressed for time. YouTube restricts me to a 15-minute time limit. I guess if I verify my account, I can remove the time limit. So, I may have to do that soon. I just want to find one more deal, and then I'll get the show out of here. Okay, this doesn't seem to be too bad, actually. Actually, I revoked my previous statement. There's defects. And it's not a minor one like the Whirlwind missing his blade. Or missing his little gear. Whatever it's supposed to be. I think it's like a little gear. It kind of looks like a cog. I don't know what they call it. Or maybe it's just a blade. I don't know the proper terminology for that. I think it's a blade. Or maybe it's also considered a gear. Or a cog. But at this point it's just semantics. I guess this deal wouldn't be too bad. I mean, I would probably bid a maximum of $35 for these figures. Again, I want to be able to get them for under $9 each, but the winning bid at the moment is close to $27. So that auction hasn't elapsed, but maybe the final bid, maybe the sold price will be under $30. Who knows? Let's see what else we have here. When I got my massive Marvel Legends lot of almost 200 Marvel Legends figures, unfortunately I paid close to $22 per figure, so I did get ripped off, but I just wanted to get the collection over with in one swoop. Unfortunately, I'm struggling to find another amazing deal. I'll have to end the video. This lot isn't too bad, even though the figures are defective. You do get a multitude of them, and you could make some repairs. And we have multiple Marvel Legends figures. So I hope that you found this video to be Cyclone and Throng. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.